Hi students, I'm Una.
And I'm Scott.
I'm a PTE teacher from the UK.
I'm also a PTE teacher from the UK.
And we've been helping students pass their exams for years.
And now we're excited to help you pass your exam too.
Welcome to the Swoosh English PTE podcast.
Let's get started.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Swoosh English PTE podcast, our top tip series today.
Episode 1.
Yes, so we're going to have 3 points for you, or top tips with Describe Image.
Nice and short so you can take away and digest this very, very quickly. So what's our first top tip, Una?
Well, we're going to talk about what to do in that 25-second period before you have to start talking about the image.
So remember that you do have 25 seconds to look at the image, look at the graph, look at the chart, and think about how we can go about this task. Make use of that 25 seconds preparation time. Obviously, the first thing I would say to do is don't panic. Remain composed. Think about the task. Think about how I can approach this. How can you approach this? Well, you need to look at the aspects of the image or the chart that really stand out to you. These might be the extremes of a pie chart or of a bar chart or any obvious details you might see in a map or an image. Then think about how do these parts relate? So you might talk about the low or a high of a bar chart. You might talk about an extreme peak or extreme low in a line graph. You might think about maybe 1 or 2 features of an image or a map, and then discuss about how these can be related and how we can talk about these a little bit more.
Yes, definitely. So that's going to be your key features. But in the 25 seconds, the first thing is to look at the title, and that's going to be in your introduction. Then what is jumping out at you, like Scott just said, your key features. Then what's going to be your overall point that you're going to conclude on.
Yeah.
Some kind of prediction or some summary of what you can observe.
So take away from this is think about how you can form your idea into an introductory sentence, what it is, a graph, a chart, an image, and also what it's telling me in terms of the title. Take away your 2 points that you can analyze from the image, the extremes or the main trends you can talk about, and then as I said, wrap it all up with a prediction at the very end.
Exactly.
All right. So what's our second top tip, Una?
So now we're going to talk about how, even though you have 40 seconds to complete that describe image, we advise that you actually prepare 35 seconds to finish at the 35-second point.
And why is it a bad idea not to go up to 40 seconds?
Because in the end, you might not get to use your conclusion sentence.
Right. So you're saying that basically content isn't highly important for this.
Yes. So you want to make sure that you don't go over that 40-second point. And yes, it's not recorded what you're saying. You are stopped in the middle of a sentence or you simply don't get to include your conclusion sentence, as I said.
So I think the best way for people to ensure that you are able to do that in that 35 seconds, after all, everyone has a different speaking speed. Some people might be fast, some people might be slower. It's just practice in your own time. Get the structure down, get the method down, and then practice going through the 3 methodical steps to the structure of your introduction, your main points, your conclusion, and time yourself. You want to try and keep that nice and consistent. If you can do that, then hopefully your timing will be good in the day.
Yes, definitely get lots of time practice for this task.
Yeah,
it's really important.
You need to get all the content covered to get the maximum points that you want.
Yes. And how can we practice this task?
Well, we can practice, luckily, with lots of free resources online. A great place to start would be simple with Google Images or any other search engine. You can find a variety of different line graphs and bar charts and images on the internet to practice from. Take them, download them, and make your own PTE style prompt with that very, very easily.
Yes, and of course on the PTE Swoosh English website, we have lots of mock prompts there.
Of course.
If you sign up that you can access. And yes, get lots of practice simply looking at the different kinds of graphs and images out there and time yourself, like we said. And make sure they're academic in nature.
Yeah, academic in nature. And as Una said, make sure that you do as much practice in your own time and also practice a variety of tasks. Don't just stick to 1 or 2 tasks that you might be good at talking about. Pie charts and bar charts, but you're not so good with graphs or diagrams. Make sure you equally practice all of them and even focus on the ones that you're not so good at, because on the day of the exam, you will get a variety of these tasks. So you need to be comfortable with doing every single one of them.
Definitely.
All right, well, that's our top tip series for this week. We hope you can take away some of this really useful information and use it to improve your own success in the PTE examination. Thanks for watching and listening today, and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks so much, guys. See you again.
Bye.
Bye.
Are you struggling with your PTE exam preparation? Are you unsure how to get that score of 65, 79, or even 90? Let us help you get there. Please go to pte.swooshenglish.com and enter discount code PTE10 in order to receive 10% discount on any course.